Two people are having a diabetic emergency right now. One has blood sugar crashing, one has it skyrocketing, and from the outside they can look almost the same. Give the wrong one sugar, and you could send them deeper into crisis. Give the wrong one insulin, and you could kill them even faster. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the 2-minute test that tells you which is which before you ever have to guess. This is First Hour, and today, sugar high versus sugar low. The diabetic emergency almost nobody is trained to tell apart. Every cell in your body runs on glucose, blood sugar, for fuel. Insulin is the key that unlocks the cell door so glucose can get inside. In type 1 diabetes, the body makes little or no insulin. In type 2, the body makes insulin, but the cells stop responding to it well. Too little insulin, or too much of it, throws the whole system out of balance in two opposite directions. Low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, means there isn't enough fuel reaching the brain. The brain runs almost entirely on glucose, so it panics fast. High blood sugar, hypoglycemia, means glucose is stuck outside the cells, piling up in the blood, while the body starts burning fat for fuel instead. Low blood sugar hits fast, often within minutes. Watch for sudden shakiness, cold sweat, a racing heart, and a sudden wave of hunger or anxiety. As it drops further, confusion, slurred speech, blurry vision, and clumsy movements. It can look a lot like someone who's had too much to drink. High blood sugar builds slowly, over hours or even days. Watch for extreme thirst, frequent urination, and skin that feels dry and flushed. As high blood sugar worsens toward a crisis called diabetic ketoacidosis, watch for nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, and breath that smells fruity, almost like nail polish remover. One more tell. In ketoacidosis, breathing often turns deep and fast, like the body is trying to blow off acid. Low blood sugar breathing usually looks normal. If you suspect low blood sugar and the person is awake and can swallow safely, use the 15-15 rule. Give 15 grams of fast sugar, 4 glucose tablets, half a cup of juice, or 5 to 6 regular hard candies. Not diet soda, not chocolate. Fat slows absorption down. Wait 15 minutes, then recheck with a meter if you have one, or just recheck how they feel. Still shaky or confused, repeat with another 15 grams. Once they're stable, follow up with a real snack that has protein and carbs, like crackers and cheese, so the sugar doesn't crash again. High blood sugar is not a do-it-yourself fix in the moment. Insulin dosing has to be managed carefully by the person's own plan or a medical provider, never by a bystander guessing. Here's the line that decides everything. Can this person swallow safely, right now, on their own? If yes, and you believe blood sugar is low, treat with fast sugar using the 15-15 rule. If no, if they're too confused to follow simple commands, drowsy or unconscious, do not put anything in their mouth. Food or liquid can choke someone who can't swallow safely. When in doubt between high and low, and the person can safely swallow, a small amount of fast sugar is very unlikely to cause serious harm. Untreated low blood sugar can turn fatal within minutes, so guidance leans toward treating a suspected low fast. If someone is unconscious, having a seizure, or cannot swallow safely, call 911 immediately. Either direction, this is a true emergency. While you wait, do not give food or drink. Roll them onto their side into the recovery position so they don't choke if they vomit. If the person has a glucagon kit, injectable or nasal, and you're trained to use it, this is the moment. Glucagon raises blood sugar fast for a severe low. Stay with them, keep monitoring breathing, and be ready to start CPR if they stop breathing normally or become unresponsive with no pulse. Note the time symptoms started and tell the paramedics everything you saw. That timeline can change how they're treated in the first minute at the hospital. Myth: a diabetic emergency always means low blood sugar. False. High blood sugar crises like diabetic ketoacidosis are just as dangerous and can also cause confusion or unconsciousness. Myth: if you're not sure which one it is, don't do anything. False. If they can safely swallow, a small amount of sugar rarely hurts. But doing nothing while low blood sugar drops can be fatal within minutes. Myth: insulin is a good first aid response for a bystander. False. Giving insulin to the wrong person or the wrong dose can be deadly. Bystanders should never inject insulin. Myth: caffeine or a cold shower will snap someone out of a diabetic low. False. Only real carbohydrate sugar raises blood glucose. Shock tactics do nothing for the brain's fuel shortage. Myth: diabetic emergencies only happen to people who are careless with their health. False. Illness, exercise, missed meals, and even stress can trigger a crisis in someone managing their diabetes perfectly well. Anyone on insulin or certain diabetes pills called sulfonylureas is at real risk for sudden lows, especially after exercise, alcohol, or a skipped meal. Older adults may not feel the classic warning shakes of low blood sugar at all, a dangerous pattern called hypoglycemia, unawareness. Children with type 1 diabetes can crash fast during play or sports. Teachers, coaches, and babysitters should know the signs and where the child's fast sugar and glucagon are kept. Illness and infection, even the flu, can push blood sugar dangerously high and trigger ketoacidosis, especially in people with type 1 diabetes. Sick days need extra monitoring, not less. If someone wears a medical alert bracelet or necklace, check it. It often tells first responders exactly what condition they're managing and what to do. Quick recap. Low blood sugar hits fast with shakiness and confusion. Treat with fast sugar if they can safely swallow. High blood sugar builds slowly and needs medical management, not bystander insulin. Prevention matters too. Regular meals, monitoring, carrying fast-acting sugar, and keeping a glucagon kit current can stop a crisis before it starts. We've built a free diabetic emergency response checklist, the exact steps in this video, on one printable page at firsthour.com. Link is in the description. If this could help you protect someone you love, subscribe to First Hour for weekly emergency preparedness videos and share this with anyone who has diabetes in their life. Stay ready, stay calm, save a life.